Hey everyone,
Hey guys.
I'm Ryan. I'm the localization lead here at XSEED. Please welcome John. This is his first stream.
I'm really nervous.
And we are here today to show you Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns. So, I did some of the work early on in this project when I was organizing the text files and whatnot, but when I moved over to mainly work on Fate full-time, John took over for me. And John has been working with the editors, with the translators ever since then, working with Japan. So everyone, please thank him for all the hard work he's put into this game, which you are about to see. And yeah, so this is actually going to be basically my first time sitting down with the English version myself. So a lot of this is going to be new to me. I'm going to have some questions for John. I'm sure you guys will too. And let's get started.
Before we start, I just wanted to say I think that we're going to be showing the opening of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's about 30 minutes or so, and then we're going to jump forward to a save where all three of the towns are unlocked. It's kind of in early summer.
Yep.
So show you both story and gameplay.
All right, and here we go. So we're starting a new game, right?
Oh, that's really nice.
And just like the last Story of Seasons, there is Seedling mode and Veteran mode. Now, are there any new differences between the two besides what they were in the last game, where your stamina bar lasted longer, certain things cost less, that sort of thing?
It's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And like I said in the last game, there's absolutely no shame in choosing Seedling mode if you want. It's just a mode for people who would, prefer to spend more time, interacting with the town and maybe a little less time at the grind, say. But either way is great. Let's go with, we'll go with Veteran for now.
Her musical note is on my nose.
Yes.
Just like stand next to it and open your mouth, it'll look like you're singing.
There you go.
Alright, so I'm going to choose a character. I'll be a guy.
Be closer to Ryan if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll scoot in a little bit.
Alright, so here we go. I'm going to customize my appearance. So let's see. We'll just see the different skin tones here. Ooh. Yep, alright. Okay, different faces.
Yeah, there are 10 starting faces, and then there are even more that can kind of be unlocked later in the game. So your normal countenance doesn't have to be your permanent countenance. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, this one kind of looks like me. We'll go with that. Alright. Eyes. Okay.
No beard option,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no beard option. That's a shame. But, okay, so. Green. And then hair. Okay. Bunch of different hair colors to choose from. And confirm.
Alright, so you can set your birthday. I usually set mine as summer 21 because that's the closest to my actual birthday.
And the closest to my actual birthday is fall 29, so we'll go with that. Name. This guy needs a name. It's not going to stay long. Any requests for a name? Yeah, once we load the game, it'll be a different name, but if anyone wants to see a name for now. Alright, I'll just use my usual.
There's a lion.
Lumpus.
Dingus.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay, let's see. Got a lot of good requests here. Alright, Felix it is. We got 2 votes for Felix. We are going with that.
Alright. I think it's the same 2 people.
No, it's actually 2 different people with both green usernames.
Nice.
F-E...
Yeah, the defaults in this game are Henry and Holly. In Japanese, it was Kanata and I think Nanami, which obviously we wanted to localize a little bit, so we came up with Henry and Holly, which I think are pretty cute names.
Yep. So, yeah, there are different types to choose from here, and they do confer slightly different proficiencies in the game.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll go with... Can't say no to Animal Lover.
Yep.
Alright, and confirm.
I haven't played all of the Story of Seasons games or the games in this series, but I do feel like this is one of the only games where you have a really complete family.
Yeah, usually in the earlier games, it's just like, your grandpa died and left you the farm or something like that, or you just, in the last Story Seasons game, you didn't really have a family to speak of. You just, answered the want ad.
Right. And the original ones, the old ones for the old Nintendo systems, your dad would come and judge your farm at the very end of the game. So that's something that actually kind of carries over to this one.
Happy little Hanako.
This is one of my favorite little jokes in the game. It's so cute.
That is cute. Nods his head like my kids do.
Hooray!
Oh, that transition takes me back.
Yep.
It's like you just encountered a monster in FF4.
Yeah, your little sister is so cute in this game. It's pretty much what everyone who has played it has commented on.
No, it's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, sorry everyone, our internet just cut out a couple of times. John will be right back.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry
so,
about that.
In case anybody missed that little bit that got cut off there, so your dad just announced to the family that you're moving at the end of the month. That everyone is moving at the end of the month.
Thank you for forgiving us. Yeah, your dad is named Daryl in English, and he's named Darius in the Japanese version. Yeah, it was actually a little sad to find out that had changed. I like Daryl too, but Darius is such a forceful name.
Yeah, so
He's-
strong.
He's a very stern man.
Very cute.
Yeah.
I'll do what I want.
Daryl is so harsh. Man. Aw.
Dad, stop being mad for 2 seconds, please.
Yeah, seriously.
Someone asked how many of you worked on the game. River Vixen asks. So let's see. There were the two of us. There's Danielle, who you saw on the last Story of Season stream. Nick, Nathan. Let's see.
A lot of people worked on the text for this game.
A lot of people work on the text. We also had some other translators working on
Yes.
it, and yeah. So I would say like between here and elsewhere, I'd say maybe like 10 people mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus QA.
Right. At different stages of the project.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we get to meet Frank.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wonder like where he and his older brother diverged in life to become these two characters. Yeah, you'll never see that character again. Well, you do, but So like in the last game, and also I think in the Rune Factory 4, if you press the R button, the shoulder button, hang on. Press the R button.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, it'll take down the dialogue box for a second so you can
yeah.
admire the character model. This is better for the bachelors and bachelorettes, but I really do like Frank's character design. His tiny hat.
Yeah. So somebody in the chat, Aka Lady K, said that you guys translated hecka fast. We did it kind of simultaneously, right? Like while they were developing it, and that caused issues along the way.
Yeah, well, we got the text when they were pretty close to being done with the Japanese version, but not entirely. So some things did change, and there were cases where we had to go back and revise, well, things.
Yeah.
So many things, but no, it all worked out.
Yeah, I wish we could talk about what they changed, but I don't know that we can. So.
A lot of things just changed in the formatting, so that required, kind of organizing and reorganizing all the files, and there were about, like 700 text files to go through.
There were 900 text
900,
files for
that's
this
right,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. And 2 million characters. Yeah, I still see it when I close my eyes. Story of Seasons text. Yeah, Frank has a pretty heavy country accent.
Yeah, and that's one thing we worked on in this game is kind of developing different sorts of accents for the different towns, because obviously West Town is based on the Old West, and then there's the two other towns where we worked on some colloquial Hawaiian language for the Pacific Island-based town, and then we had a little bit of Japanese, right? For the not
Tsukusa is so full of Japanese things that it's difficult not to have Japanese words in the dialogue, just like object names.
I think it's back.
This is going to turn into a meme. Are we back? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Moving.
Yeah, definitely capybaras chewed through the wires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Evil capybaras.
All right. Moving on.
Anyways, we are still meeting Uncle Frank.
Yes.
If you guys want us to speed up a little bit, just let us know, because the opening of this game it's not as long as last Story of Seasons game, but will take a while for us to get to farming and stuff.
Yeah, we have Cuppy and
Yeah, actually, right here.
Oh yeah.
Stop chewing through the wires. I think that's the only time in the game Frank makes that face.
Good answer. Yeah, he's so eloquent, your main character.
There are some really good gags with just the wave, I think, or the head nod.
Mm-hmm.
They use it pretty well. So if we're reading the chat, should we respond to things, or will you just call
feel free to
things out?
respond to anybody
Okay.
in the chat. Read out the names if you want to. If they're too hard to pronounce, that's fine.
Okay.
Does the game have skeletons?
Kelly, is that you? Does the game have skeletons? There are some kind of spooky decorations, but I don't feel like skeletons are part of them. Maybe. There are fish bones, you catch those sometimes.
Those are
It's a
spooky
skeleton.
enough.
Yeah. Yes, the shirt question, Ivory Canary. No, sorry, these shirts are E3 special XSEED employee only shirts.
Yeah, and actually, is that the... Yeah, on the back of that shirt has the Fate Extella logo. You might have seen us used in a couple other videos.
Blue Cat 86. No, it's just everybody's like my username is easy.
Did rabbits make it into this game?
Yeah, there are still the Angora rabbit is one of the livestock that you can have. And I hope you all have this guy at home. I feel like while you're watching this, they're best friends. Oh yeah, the save and load screen. It's really cute.
Okay.
I think you have to save here, but if you don't, then go ahead and just hit B. See if
Okay, I do not have to save there. Okay.
Cool. Finally, a music change.
It's West Town music. So good. Right, John?
Yeah. Yeah, the West Town song has a lot of interesting sound effects. Like there's an eagle cry in the background. There's like a squeak. If you enter Southwest Town from the south, the track opens with a weird squeak, like an animal sound. It sounds like a mouse getting, brushed aside or something.
What are you guys' favorite town? You covered it in the blog, but...
I like all of them, but I really do like Tsukusa the best, although it was the biggest headache to localize, because there's so many cultural references that the characters talk about. But it's definitely the prettiest town. It's the biggest town. In my first playthrough of the game, I went after Komari. She was the bachelorette I tried to woo, and so yeah, I guess Tsukusa has a special place in my heart.
Side note: loopings. Anyway, my favorite town. Well, I've always been a fan of the Old West, so I suppose West Town is mine.
What about you, Liz?
Oh, Lulu Coco.
Lulu Coco.
Yeah.
I like to think that some of West Town is like a Japanese idea of what America is like.
Yeah.
Like this, for example, you'll see. Like hugging. Oh, they must all hug each other. That hugging animation, too, we had in a trailer for the Bachelors, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your character is hugging Hinata, and certain people in our office thought it looked like a very deep kiss. And so, and I've seen actually on social media posts as well, like, oh wow, that's a really intense kiss. Like, no, they're just hugging. It's just very close,
Yeah, I always like to see like other countries' takes on like what U.S. culture is or might be. Like, always reminds me of that old Super Famicom JRPG. Was it one of the Live Alive games? I think, where like you see the world map that takes place in the United States, and like Montana is on the West Coast, and Canada doesn't exist.
So these intro scenes have these really nice kind of wide shots of the town, which I actually really like.
Ooh, transition.
So, I mean, it's a pretty sizable town, and it's pretty crazy to think that there are 2 other towns of this size in this game.
And then, is there much countryside outside of the towns?
Not really.
Good amount of intro.
Are we back again? Okay. So yeah, you get the general gist of how the intro plays out, and so now we are going to jump into some gameplay. And John, would you like to take the reins for that?
Yeah.
All right, John is going to give us the tour.
Okay. Fortunately, I had to skip the intro. Just a flying hat. That's all the intro is.
Yeah, just a half-second shot of a flying hat. Very artistic.
Okay, so now we're going to skip ahead to summer. So I've been playing the game normally, so where I am now is where you would be if you were playing. Okay, so this is my house. It's actually the second house. There's a total of, I think, 4 upgrades that you can do. I'm kind of sad we didn't get to show you the house you start with, because it is a true shack. It looks and is a really horrible little shack. So everyone has their own routines for these games. I always start by watering. So since it's summer, I've got some tomatoes. This is a plant called I think it's called cassava. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. It's specific to Lulucoco, and it's actually one of the only non-fruit crops that you can get from Lulucoco. Plumeria is a flower from Lulucoco.
Yeah, for those who might have missed it while we were cutting in and out, we did get some requests to skip to gameplay, and so we quit that game and loaded John's save file.
Yep.
Which has all 3 towns unlocked, so we're going to see that too.
What? Cassava. Thank you. Cassava.
Chat, who do we trust?
Well, here's my dog. We're all jumping around. Anyways, this is like my favorite thing.
The fence bouncing thing is back, of course, because how could it not be?
I love it so much. Anyways, so... Uh-oh, what'd you do, Hanako? Get out there, I'm gonna clean up your mess. So here's the... I think it's doo-doo. Get my pitchfork. Get some doo-doo. Add some fodder. and my chicken, Bok. Let's see.
Regularly scheduled.
You know, from the old Joe games, I remember one time a friend of mine who was a farmer was playing one of the old ones, one of the PlayStation 1 ones with another friend of mine who had never farmed, and the friend who hadn't farmed asked the farmer, you know, this makes farming look great. Like, how do you not enjoy it? And my friend who was a farmer was like, well, you know, they don't show the part where you scoop all the doo-doo, and now they do. So there you have it.
Gameplay innovations. Alright, so I'm going to start by going into West Town. And there's lots of things to collect. There are a lot of NPCs in this game who aren't kind of main NPCs. So they won't have character art, but they have a lot of interesting dialogue.
Somebody asks, what was the question? Mizuno Sakura asks, do animals still have lifespans in this game?
They do, yes, but you would have to play for a very long time. I think it's maybe 7 or 8 years.
Gameplay years.
Yeah, right. Which could potentially take you 7 to 8 years. Here's Desi.
Desi, recurring character from Bokuto.
Yes. She's still very sweet. And she's the one who will set you up with internet play, so you can play locally or over the internet, or you can enable and disable street paths once you have a pet. Oh, bear. Yeah, the bear is mean. I remember in one of the older games, I think for the old DS, the bear would actually do damage to you, like it hurts you.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't do that anymore, it just kind of charges you angrily. Here's Frank's farm. Yep. Good advice. If you talk to Frank again in the morning, he will give you tutorials and explain pretty much anything you want. This is, I think, useful. Here's a very, very important person early in the game, the part-time job guy. So this is an important way to earn income when you're starting out. Some of these jobs are really easy. Oh, medical test subject. We got to do that. It pays really, really well. So you can see on the top screen 100 gold, or 100G, 1500G. So let's see what Ford wants us to test. So I'm not used to playing video games and talking at the same time.
You're doing well, Jan.
So this is Ford, one of the bachelors.
Yep, he's got a purple flower because I've been giving him a lot of radishes. He likes vegetables. Spoiler alert. So in this part-time job, most of the part-time jobs you're just kind of pressing A to pick up weeds that are scattered around a field or to chop wood, but in this one you actually have to pick between 3 medicines, and they have different effects, and it's really dangerous because if you pick the wrong one, well, let's see. So
we should let if that comes up again, we should let the crowd pick.
Okay. We'll find out what happens. Nope, gave me a little bit of health back.
Yeah, an ampule, or ampule, I've never heard it spoken, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, is it's like a vial or a syringe, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, so that pays very well.
I like this comment. Ford, this is not how you be a doctor.
Okay, so...
Incidentally, if you move your head just like 3 inches to the left, that musical note makes it look like you have a mustache.
Nice. Anyways, let's see. Well, let's see what other. So Summer 5 is when. Is this a spoiler? I don't know. All 3 towns are available, and I just unlocked Siakusa, so I haven't done very much there. But you can tell which town each job is for by the mark that's next to it. So there's West Town, Siakusa, Lulukoko. Looks like most of the jobs in Siakusa are item courier. Let's see, postal carrier. Okay, so the post office wants me to take something to Alma, who is in Lulukoko, so let's just do that. The part-time jobs, the ones that, like the last one, actually trigger a little cutscene, take about 30 minutes of in-game time.
Let's see, Minori662 asks, how many jobs can you do in a day?
You can do as many as you can. I mean, that's a weird way to phrase it, but as many as possible. There are some jobs that will ask you to ship things, and sometimes you won't be able to complete those if you don't have the necessary items. So now that all 3 towns are unlocked, you can kind of cut through Siakusa to get to Lulukoko by going through here. But an interesting little trick that I can teach you, which would take 30 minutes of in-game time, is if there's an available job in the other town, you can do a little fast travel trick here. So Ilika wants me to pull weeds.
Real quick, Ramon Sloth, the purple commenter there, has a question.
Okay. Yes, that's right. You can marry... So Ramon Sloth is asking if you can marry Inari without the DLC, and yes, you can. That's part of the core game. Okay, so Ilika, one of my favorite characters.
So you magically teleported?
Yep, fast travel.
Good thing there weren't any enemies nearby.
Yeah. Where's the last one? There.
How many pets can you have? Howlcall asks.
You know, I don't have an answer for that. There are like over 25 pets in the game. I don't know if there's a limit on how many you can have in game. I'm sorry, it's actually something I've never explored.
Maybe name knows.
Yeah. But I think you can have a lot, basically. Okay, so finished weeding, and Ilika, who's very nice, will give me the weeds that I just collected. Okay. So there's a lot of different things to collect in this game.
By the way, you'll notice most of the items you get are singular, but weeds is plural, and yes, that is by design.
Yes. One thing I can tell you about this game from the localization side is that a lot of the shop text, was translated by Tom, who is the pretty well-known XSEED employee.
He had an AMA earlier today.
Yeah, that's right. He had an AMA on GOG earlier today. And so a lot of the shop text in the game, which of course had been edited after he translated it. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and play at the same time, so I'm running around in circles. Has a very Tom feel to it. It's a little bit wackier. But I really like a lot of it.
Yeah. Tom loves his puns.
Where's Alma? So the animal shop in West Town, though, he didn't know that the term in the game isn't for when you have a baby cow, is to breed. So he wrote it as mating, and if you ask the shopkeeper to mate your cow, to breed your cow, in the original text she would say, "It's mating time," which I feel like I might have toned down a little bit. But, yeah. So, anyways, this is one of the families in Lulukoko. Alma is very, very cute. She has a crush on a lot of the characters. And her older brother, Shulk, who is a prankster. And then Zahao. If you talk to the characters while they're eating... I guess they're not eating yet. But if you talk to them while they're eating, they'll tell you to leave them alone. I think that was in the last Story of Seasons.
It was, yeah. It was cute. If you talked to Witchy while she was eating in the last game, she'd go like, "Witchy isn't available right now. Please leave a message. Beep."
Sorry. Let's see. Yeah. Illico will sometimes tell you what the weather's going to be like the next day. Let's see. What should we do?
Let's see. Kinmaker1 asks, who is the oldest bachelor and bachelorette in the game?
They don't have official ages, but sometimes they talk about each other in those terms, like someone is older. I don't know, actually.
Not counting Inari.
Right, Inari would be the oldest bachelor and bachelorette.
Inari is a single answer to both.
I think, if I remember, actually, now that you mention it, and Danielle is really great at questions about lore like this. She really knows the backstories of all these characters so well.
Yeah, she even would email Japan and ask specific questions about minor details from those backstories just to keep them all straight.
Ford is the oldest bachelor, if I remember. And bachelorettes, let me think. It's probably Kasumi or Komari. But I think all of them are supposed to be kind of in their late teens and 20s. They talk about things in those terms. I'm sorry, I'm really, again, struggling to talk and play at the same time.
Oh yeah, River Vixen. If you ever go back and play the last Story of Seasons again, you should check out the TV. There's a lot of fun little stories within the TV shows. That was for me. That was the most fun to work on. The murder mystery in particular. Yeah, this game, if you're wondering, doesn't have the TV. Instead, what it has are stage plays or puppet shows. One of the two. Was it?
They're what's called in Japanese kamishibai, so they have like a picture that is being narrated. So it's like a children's show, kind of. But there are 3 of them in the core game, and they're between 7 and 12 episodes each, and you can watch one a day, 3 days a week, so it'd take you quite a long time to get through all of them. They're pretty weird and pretty fun, I think. Sorry, I'm a total hoarder, and I never sell any of the stuff I pick up because it comes in handy.
Speaking of picking up, Howlcall asks, do you adopt pets off the street?
No, you can befriend them, though. That would be nice.
Let's see. Morag 2 asks, what are each of your favorite farm animals?
I really like the alpacas. Although they are a pain because when you try and push them from behind to get them outside to graze, they kind of run away from you.
I'd like to say thank you to this one guy. I can't quite see his name because it's in bright green. Miltanked?
Miltanked, yeah.
Miltanked. Thank you, Miltanked.
Nice.
Yeah, if you ever want me to highlight a name because they're bright green, then I'll do that for you.
So I've actually been having a pretty unproductive day. Just because again, I'm having difficulty focusing. So we'll take a walk.
Let's see.
We'll bounce eternally.
My favorite farm animal, probably the horse.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a horse yet, but I actually can. I'm pretty wealthy right now. Once I start buying more buildings, I will lose a lot of that money. But let's see. So you have the dog bone, which is what you play with your dog. And if you register it, you can pull it from the menu using the R button, the Quick Equip menu, which I think is the same as in previous Story of Seasons.
Question from Serena115. Do we ever unlock the spa?
Yes. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but well, the building's there. I feel like you got to wonder why this big building is just sitting in the middle of Tsukusa. But yeah, that's a part of the story.
Thank you, Cool Casual Gamer.
One of the
Can you still throw 20 bones in a row to spam their friendship? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
I have never tried that. I feel like that's something that Nathan would know. But maybe. I don't know. Let's see, what am I even doing? My dog with me.
Does EB Games in Canada also get the pre-order bonus?
It does.
It does.
Or, hold on. Oh, that's VGP. EP Games, sorry, I may have given you bad information. Video Games Plus in Canada has the pre-order. EB Games is the same company as GameStop, so they should, but I recommend calling them and asking on Hector. Yeah, Hector is a CB radio fan. He's a really sweet character. He's sort of like if Gray from the original Bokujo games kind of grew up and had a family. He's a very severe man, but he's very sweet.
Rocking the Hercule mustache, I see.
Yes.
A.k.a. Mr. Satan.
Mr. Satan.
Yeah. A friend of mine who doesn't watch anime once watched that show and went, "Does that car say Satan on it?"
So I can show you some of the menus, I guess. I'm sure that's super exciting. But so we have farming tips, which are part of the story of the game. And I just received these. I have to complete these objectives in order to kind of progress the story a little bit. So raise 3 different crops. I'm doing that right now. And own 2 cows. This one is a little more difficult because I have to buy another barn in order to buy a cow. You start out with these 2 little barns, but they only fit 1 animal each.
Let's see. Orag2 asks, are there any heart-wrenching moments like the end of the first month in the last Story of Seasons game?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to spoil things.
Yeah, we don't. We're showing gameplay, but like we don't want too heavy spoilers.
Yeah. Everyone dies. I mean, that's you just got to be ready for it. In
It's a
in like
natural
100
order of
years.
things,
But it's not like the GameCube Story of Seasons. Man, I'm really just running around in circles here.
It's all good.
But I can show you fishing.
Do you guys want John to do anything in the game? Anything in particular? Fishing's fun.
Yeah. I actually just learned pretty late into working on this game that you don't have to mash the A button anymore when you're fishing.
Cool Casual Gamer asks, will there be DLC? Yes.
Yeah. We just put a blog on our Tumblr about it, so you can check that out.
Yeah.
A killifish, 2 centimeters. It's not very large.
And Howlcall asks, is there mining?
There is mining. It's very simple mining. I can show you.
And not to bombard you with questions, but while you're heading for that, Kinmaker asks, can you customize your farm like in the first Story of Seasons?
Oh, yes.
The answer to that is, oh, yes.
Yeah. And I'd say there are even more customization options. Anyways, this NPC, who's not a character portrait NPC, is also named John, like me. Is really distressed to find out that his main character trait is that he's obsessed with Lisette.
Interesting story about minor character names from the last game. We decided early on that we wanted the main character's English name to be Johnny, as in mainly because Johnny Appleseed. That just kind of struck a chord with us. And so we found out late in the game that there was a minor NPC like that one, like a faceless NPC, who was also named Johnny. So we're like, okay, well, we'll change his name to Jack, which is a nickname for John. And so we changed his name to Jack, and then we found out there was another character named Jack. So there actually are, we found that out right at the end, like when it was too late to change it. So there actually are 2 minor characters in the first Story of Seasons, both named Jack. One of whom gives out the, he's in the plaza, the trading plaza, and the other one is just some random dude who occasionally shows up in town.
So this is the extent of mining in this game. It's a very good way to make money, and pretty much oh no, my bag is full. Disaster. I must go to my storage box. A pro tip with the mining, which I didn't realize the first time I played through the game, back when the Japanese version was what I was playing, is you should give the mining points about 3 days in between mining them, because that means that they'll give higher, what do you say, more rarer, sorry, English not working, rarer minerals, which are more useful for upgrading tools and stuff. So again, I'm not going to sell any of this stuff. I'm just going to hoard it.
And, presumably, just like in the last game, the stuff you mine can make you a lot of money fast, but it can also be used to craft objects later.
Yeah. So there was a point where I was prepping this save file for the stream where I really needed about 10,000 G. God, weeds. So I just sold 2 of the very nice minerals that I got out of the mining points to get that money very quickly, but I'm sure at some point in the future on this save file I'm going to have needed the 2 minerals that I sold. Okay, so it's pretty late. You can water your crops twice in one day. As in the... Uh-oh, it might collapse if I keep doing this. Oops.
Careful.
So early, wow, milk and eggs. Early in the game, your Uncle Frank gives you like 10 of these potato breads.
Excuse me.
And they're a lifesaver. I still have them, and it's the beginning of summer. If you need to do just a little bit more work.
The RC wants to know what happens when you faint.
I can show you. Sadly.
Also, Anne Huizard, I think, wanted to know if you still had the stressed fat capybara from the previous one.
Somewhere on one of our save files, that capybara may still be around. I don't know. It's not hard to make them fat. Okay, so, alright, I will show you what happens. Well, I'm just going to go to town on this tree, and...
Let's see. Where IT House asks, are the other towns this close to the house?
Yeah, they're all about the same distance. I can show you how to get to the other towns.
We get to see Ford again.
Yep. I love Ford, man.
It's pretty great.
And Ultras, I believe, or Ultras, asks, do the barns come with the fences around them?
Yes, that's a feature of them. So I think this dialogue might be a little different because he's got that purple flower. Even you have limits. Maybe not, though.
Garmjana says, you've been carrying around some bread in your pocket for 3 months and see nothing wrong with that?
I'm sure I still have a fish that I caught like around spring, 8, or whenever I got the fishing rod.
Yeah, I wonder who finds you when you faint.
Your dog brings forward.
Morag 2 asks, is this game as cutscene heavy as A New Beginning? There were a lot of cutscenes. Excuse me, a blue bean inning. I can't mention that game by name.
Okay, so this is interesting. So I fainted, and then when I came to, it actually went right into another cutscene.
Okay.
There are a lot of cutscenes in this game, especially in the first maybe 3 seasons, and then it kind of, once you unlock resident cutscenes, you'll have cutscenes occasionally when you're walking through the 3 towns. But yeah, the first 3 seasons definitely have a lot of stuff like this. The MC, she will be a bachelorette in the DLC. She's here to tell me about the cooking exhibition.
Let's see. Sophie Tried asks, do barns only hold one animal, or are there bigger barns?
There are bigger barns, yeah. You just start out with the smallest one.
Oh, yeah, Oreg asks, I just meant for a new beginning each day to bring your pets out. Was there a cutscene?
Oh, no, there's nothing like that. Yeah, so when you start out with these competitions, you'll always be in the beginner class. So there's no themes, but as you play further through the game, you'll have to come up with crops or animals or dishes that match certain themes. And there are kind of story rewards for winning the higher classes.
Yeah, it's true. What someone points out in the comments, she is holding her microphone up even when she's just talking to you.
I hope her wedding dress also has the microphone.
Just imagining somebody coming into your house and going, "Hi, John."
So the bummer of having fainted, and it's not surprising, is that I have 2.5 hearts to start the day, which is definitely not enough to water all these crops. And I'm out of water.
Now, if we had, actually, could we talk about the extra outfits that we just put out the ad for today?
Yeah.
So, as some of you might know, we just put out a new trailer about this. There are crossover items. There are Super Mario outfits you can get for Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. Oh,
sorry.
What was that?
This tomato plant is dying.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, so there it is. We're going to copy the link into the chat right now. And what those outfits do, the princess's outfit makes you more charming. Toad's outfit, since he was always, lifting things up out of the ground in Mario 2, helps your stamina. The Luigi outfit, I think, makes you a better fisherman, and Mario's outfit improves your running speed.
So I just ate a dish that Ford actually gave me as a reward for one of the part-time jobs that I did for him. And it gave me a little fishing luck food power boost. As you can see, the blue fish underneath my stamina bar.
Cool Casual Gamer asks, can we upgrade the backpack space?
Yes, of course. Yeah, we've come a long way from 8 to 16 slots. in your bag.
And Scorpius Antarius asks, are those still the default tools that you're using?
Yes, I haven't upgraded them yet. I'll go talk to Ludus today. I'm sure everyone will be happy to see his
Beautiful
face. Yeah. Man, how did this chicken make this mess? What did you eat?
Something in the feed, yeah.
River Vixen asks, did you name the cow yourself, or is that the default name?
That is, in some sense, the default name. I think Hanako has been the name for the kind of series mascot cow. But no, I picked that name. Our QA tester, Nathan, named his cow Horse. Which is very amusing.
What was that one chicken's name? I remember Kelly was all about that. Or no, that was in Popolo. Yeah, Tom was looking for names for all the animals, and I remember Kelly put in one, but I can't remember what it was. Well, Tom will inevitably come in and drop off a pun at some point, so I'll ask him when he shows up.
So one thing that's interesting about where I am in the game right now is that a lot of the characters haven't even shown up yet. Some of the main characters will kind of show up more through the summer. Let's see, and several of the bachelors as well. Kasumi's not in the game yet. Let me see. So this is the big wholesale store, which is where you can find There's a grocery store, kind of a general store, and then the tailor. And there are 3 tailor shops, one in each of the towns. And just before I saved this game, there's a little cutscene where Shizu comes and... Sorry. Comes and gives you 5 bolts of cloth that you can use. So I'm going to see if I can make any outfits with those here.
We started out with animal lover trait, right? Or that's
with the other save file we did. I'm not sure which
this one
trait
is also animal lover.
Okay.
It's that's the default for female playable characters, but you can change that obviously.
Is there a different default for the male ones?
Yeah, male is maybe sports enthusiast.
Yeah, male was set on sports enthusiast by default.
Okay, so I could make these outfits. I think with the 5 white cloths that I have, I could make outfits in each of the towns right now to kind of get out of this default outfit. So let me know if you'd like me to make Tsuyukusa, Lulukoko, or West Town's default outfits, and I will change. I took off the hat as soon as I could once I got the closet.
Sophie Trite, when you first create your character, you're asking. Sophie Trite is asking what are traits. When you first create your character, you can choose a trait from 5 or 6 of them, like sports enthusiast, animal lover, charmer, and they just make you slightly better at certain tasks, basically.
Momo is a really cute character. Mm-hmm. This is where Inari hangs out. He hasn't shown up yet, but he will a little bit later.
Is Witchy around?
She's not in this game yet. She shows up later on.
Yeah, Witchy is the other recurring character from the last story seasons.
Yeah. Each town has a guardian. So Desi is the guardian of West Town. Witchy is the guardian of Lulukoko. And these monkeys. And Inari is the guardian of Tsuyukusa. Must hoard everything. Let's see. So I will go and say hi to Ludus. Shopkeepers will do a quick greeting automatically like that. If a character's in a good mood, so they have moods, they can either be normal, good mood, or bad mood. If they're in a good mood, they'll do a quick greeting automatically. But otherwise, you have to tap L to get the greeting.
Yeah. Orag2 asks what each of our favorite Bokujo games is.
It's a really hard question. I grew up playing the Nintendo 64 one, and I put so many hours into that game. And then I played Back to Nature a little bit later on. And I really like both of them, but obviously the one I played first is the one that has kind of a special place in my heart.
I mean, I love the ones we work on here, but I think my softest spot probably goes to Back to Nature. Yeah,
but this one is really, really strong. I played it a lot, the Japanese version a lot, even before I started working on it. And the DS one, which had 2 towns, not 3 towns, I liked a lot more than I think most fans of the series. Anyways, Ludus likes these old coins, so for whatever reason, I'm going to give him one.
Speaking of Ludus, we have a question of why Ludus is a favorite among the staff.
Just look at him.
I don't know what to tell you. No, he's just a really attractive character design to everyone in this office. I don't know if that's just personal preference, but... and he's a really, good-hearted character, He's very serious, though. This is his kind of default expression. So Ludus does pretty much everything. If you want to upgrade your tools, you can come here. Unlike in previous games, when you upgrade your tools, they won't change color, although you can change the color of your tools to whatever you want as long as you have the right ingredients. So hammer is the best thing to upgrade quickly. Oh, looks like I can. So if I improve the effectiveness, I can increase the number of mining spots that I can use in West Town, that I can mine. So let's do that. Oh, did I not do it? Oh, I think I did.
Cassie Bear asks, can you change your hairstyle in the game?
You sure can. You don't have to have the... what do you even call those? What's the default hairstyle called for girls? Pigtails? Not pigtails.
They're kind of like
They're
pigtails.
braided pigtails.
Braided pigtails.
Yeah.
So if you have these actually items that you can just pick up from pretty much anywhere in the game, you can change the color of your tools. So I will change my watering can to green. I think that's the color it was in the older games.
Yeah, Alright 2 says, can you show us how the multiplayer works? Unfortunately, I don't think we're really set up for that right now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But, if we could describe it to you, at least.
Yeah, the multiplayer, there's, if you talk to Desi, there's an island. Okay, so do you like this outfit or the kind of Japanese style outfit? Or there's one more in West Town that I
I
can...
think people like the kimono, though they were asking for Lulu Coco stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, the Lulu Coco stuff is a little.
It's not that great.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll get the kimono then. See you, Ludus. Oh, wait. Let me see. Ludus also sells all of the farm circles, which are your decorations, and including barns. And the thing that is really important to know is if you want to increase your fields, you actually have to buy them and then place them down. So you can go buy dry soil, which is very cheap, from, I think, general stores in the game. And then you come to Ludus and you have him make a field with it. And get some water sources, barns.
Bye, Serial Channel. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm sorry, I was describing the multiplayer. So the multiplayer, you talk to Desi, and she'll ask you if you want to do local or wireless. And what you do is you essentially go to an island with 3 other friends, and you can trade items. You have to take 4 items with you. And you can trade items, you can go fishing, you can change your items.
With the plinth.
With the plinth, yeah. And you can chat and do actions.
Oh, we're getting some questions about how crop quality works.
Let's look at this real quick. Crop quality is something you increase. You can increase it several different ways. You can increase it with fertilizer, which is very cheap to buy from different stores. Hinata may have it. Oh, it's very cute. Yeah, so Hinata has fertilizer, which is not expensive, but you can only use it once. So you can increase crop quality and other attributes with fertilizer. You can also increase it by, I think, by using the seed maker. So you put a crop in, and it'll give you seeds back. And the more that you harvest crops from kind of the same line of seeds, the quality will increase. Some of these NPCs are so funny. Stop to listen. So Sei is based on a historical person. I won't say who. But some of the minor NPCs in this game are based on real people.
Right.
Historical figures or even like literary characters. So I think it's kind of fun. You want to talk to them to try to figure out who they are.
I think we did this last time in the stream, but could you do that thing where you carry the eagle over your head? Because
Oh,
that's
yes.
just awesome.
Oh yes. Oh, except he's flying. Come down here. No. There we go.
So proud, so
See you
majestic.
later. I don't know if I can take him to other screens, but
Don't think you can. Too bad.
can't just take him home with me.
I think he'd be the one to take you home. Just build up a little speed and jump, and you're there.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's a really cute character. Noel. Go talk to Wayne. Wayne likes flowers, if you want a pro tip.
The RC, that is absolutely right.
God, this is like classic Wayne.
Yeah.
He gets better as you get to know him.
He's a very traditional sort of fella.
Yeah. But he's like genuinely a good character. I don't know, it's weird. So this is another character based on an actual person.
No, just I was waiting for Steven. So
So yeah,
and then the guy's name is it George or is it
it's Lucas.
It's Lucas. Yeah.
Hello, Ford. Thank you. Have a radish. Have a like 3 or 4 week old radish.
He loves it.
Wyatt. This one's kind of obvious.
Can we see the
You okay,
outfits
Ranch?
that you
Yeah.
make here?
Oh yeah. So the outfits in Westtown are available from Miranda. Oh, nice. This is actually a residence scene. So if you don't want to see this, I recommend leaving the stream. It's kind of a little bit of a spoiler. This is one of Lisette's residence scenes.
How long is this scene? Do you think?
Maybe 2 minutes.
Sophie tried to ask what a residence scene is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's kind of internal language, I guess. So there are different character scenes that can be divided up into categories, and so these scenes will trigger no matter if you're a male or a female character. And I think every single kind of main NPC in this game with character art has at least one, and in most cases 2 of these scenes. And then the other category is romance scenes or love scenes. So once you're progressing through a relationship with a character, you'll trigger scenes like this that you'll only see if you're the opposite gender.
More general question here. Anne
Wizard.
Huizard asks, how do you feel about localizing games that you've had a nostalgic history with on older installments? Is it fun or a responsibility to do it justice?
Well, it's both.
It's both. It is.
I was really afraid working on this game because it was very intense for a few months, that I would come to dislike the series a little bit, or that I would come to dislike this game. But picking it up again to play for this stream, to kind of get a save data ready, it's still just as fun.
Yeah.
It's a little different because I know the text so well, and so I'm playing it in a different way. But it's still the same series that I've always loved.
Yeah, and it's a lot of things at once. There is a lot of pressure to get it right, especially pressure you put on yourself if you already come in loving the series. And I've worked on different franchises at different companies, but there's always it's always an honor. It's always a privilege because you get to show your love for the series in a way that very few people ever get to do, and it's just still kind of overwhelming when you think of it that way, even after all this time.
That is pretty cute.
Yeah, she's very cute. She's not my waifu, but
Yeah.
Brian, I think I should let you play
Sure. Yeah, I'll play for a while.
after I finish this scene, I guess.
And show off the outfits so we can choose one.
I already chose one, I'm sorry. So there are two children in West Town, Noel and Colin, who are very, very cute characters.
Well, thank you, Eddie Wizard. Well, thanks so much, Right Tea House.
So yeah, there are 1 to 2 scenes like that for each character. And then there are 6 romance scenes, and then after you get married, it's even more. There are a lot of character-specific cutscenes in this game. So these are the clothes that you can buy. Okay, so I've already raised my town link rank with West Town up to D, and so I can buy a lot more clothes here. One of the benefits of... I'll show you guys what that is in a minute, but one of the benefits of improving your relationship with the town is that you can buy more clothes, more items. That's awesome. Man, only 20,000 G. So this would have been the West Town version of kind of the first clothes that you can buy. It's pretty cute,
Oh, River Vixen asks, do your kids do anything, or are they kind of just there?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they're just there, but, they're not, it's not like Rune Factory 4 where they don't go on adventures with you so much, but they do participate in events. Yeah, I don't know, it's, I guess I don't know what else to say.
They're characters.
They're characters.
Is cloth hard to get?
I think he's referring to Cloth Plus.
Oh, Cloth Plus?
Yeah, like improved cloth.
Well, it takes a while to get a sheep up to that point, where it'll give you the Cloth Plus.
Are there cutscenes with the kids, Ultras asks.
Yeah.
There are.
There are. And there are scenes that you'll experience without kids, like, say, maybe Valentine's Day, that then will change once you have kids.
Yeah. Fun little story about writing for the kids, by the way. This is from the last Story of Seasons, where there's basically 3 different sets of text files for the kids, depending on their ages. And the youngest text file, from when they're we translated and edited it just based on the original Japanese, and that included the kids speaking like pretty much full sentences. Like I remember one was like, "Where Moo Moo and Cluck Cluck, where'd they go?" And then we open the game with this text dropped into it, and we see like these kids are like like 3-month-old babies at that point. So,
Yeah.
so I think we shortened that line to just Moo Moo, Quack Quack.
Stuff. Must hoard everything.
Howlcall asks, "Do your dogs not herd in this game?"
They do. Some dogs will have the herding ability, and you can tell which ability your dog has when you buy it. And it's, I think, like in the last game. I mean, it is in this game. I think it was the same way in the last game, where, as in a sense, as they level up, as you become closer to them, they'll be able to herd more animals at once. Buy a little food. Don't know what's good. It's orange sherbet.
Those juices look tasty.
Do the cats do anything in this game?
Yeah, they have abilities too. I think they mostly have find abilities, so they'll find items for you, which are usually not very high quality items. But if you talk to your cats after 5 p.m., they will give you the item that they found that day. I think my dog now has.
Same.
Yeah. Silica.
She's the best.
Let's see. Lady Jovia asks, "How do you do the beehives and make honey if you can't catch the bees?"
The bees, you put a flower in the beehive, and then the bees will just come to it. Yeah, but that's true. So there are like a million. There are like 100 insects in this game, maybe even more, which all have different names.
Yeah, just like in the last game.
Yeah, and so you when you come across them, you just press the A button, and you'll kind of catch. You won't catch them, but you'll have found them, and then there's a little bonus if you find a lot of them. I'll show you the farm. Actually, I realized if you press the control pad, you can zoom out. So you get a big view of the farm. Obviously, I haven't done much chopping down of trees, and as in every Story of Seasons game, you'll need to upgrade your hammer before you can take care of this thing.
Yeah, I just noticed, by the way, you named it XSEED Farm, which makes sense. Yeah, no, we're always careful about that because you never know what sort of promotional stills or video you're going to end up taking. And we once almost went out with a still from Little King's story that said, "Great job, Satan."
So this is just one farm screen, and then there's more farmland available as you progress through the game. So you can it's like an enormous area which you can do whatever you want with.
And you've got mail.
Oh yeah, I didn't check that. I guess I should check my mail. Luckily, you don't get any bills in this game. So yeah, you'll get mail from the various shops telling you if they have new items available. You'll also get mail from your mother and father sometimes. And later in the game, you can even start sending letters to characters. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go to bed and let you take over.
Sure.
So let me make sure I put my cow away.
Remember, everybody, before you go to bed, put your cows away.
Yeah.
Oh, and see if the dog has an exclamation point over it, that means it's found an item. Yay! 3 rocks.
3 rocks.
Hey, 3 soft soils. That's not bad. So I hadn't spoken to my dog for a little while, so it came back with a few items. It looks like. Okay, time for bed. All right, I'm gonna pass it over to you.
All right. Okay, up in the morning. I think I we'll start the way John does by watering the plants. Where is that watering can again, or the watering hole?
Oh, it's up top.
Up top. I see a fence, I bounce on it. Up over here?
No, down. Go down.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
There it is. So that one tomato plant that looked like it was about to die came back to life because I watered it. If I hadn't watered it for 2 days, it would have turned brown, and that would have been the end of it.
Then you have to cut it, cut it out of the ground with a scythe, right? Or is that?
So you don't need to water the fodder crop, which has been grass in previous games, I think.
All right. But the plumerias, yes, we do. Hello, dog. I'm not going to water you.
Oh yeah, and if you go up top, past where the water source is, so turn right.
Okay.
You can see trees that I've planted. These you don't have to water; they just
nice.
sit there, and they take about a month or a month and a half to grow. So yeah, there you go. Hoard everything.
Hoard everything.
Pets can live in the house. So I see this question: can pets live in the house? Yes, you have to have an item called the pet food dispenser. We are question: are you playing in veteran or seedling mode? I started on veteran mode.
All right. Well, I was going to play with the dog, but he's gone somewhere else, so I'll play with him later.
Question: any new crops? Yes, there are actually a lot of new crops in this game, including kind of Polynesian-inspired crops. There's Hawaiian-inspired crops, and then Tsuyukusa also has some new Eastern crops as well.
Okay, I'm gonna brush me a chicken.
You don't need to brush your chicken, man.
Oh, okay.
It's just weird.
All right. All right, gonna pick that up. Hello, chicken. Push it down. Okay, and do we have an incubator? Is that what?
You can't incubate chickens in a coop of this size. You need to get the bigger coop.
All right. Sorry, chicken. I'm stealing your child. Hope you like the petting game. Does this little wall of trees ever get unblocked?
Yes. You can't unblock it yourself, though.
Also blocked. All right. Oh. Fox.
Yes.
And dog. Hello, dog. A butterfly.
See the question, what was the most difficult thing that was hard to translate in this game? There's some dialogue with Kasumi, who is the really educated school teacher, who's a bachelorette, where she references some things that are really, would have no equivalent in English. There's a line after one of the cooking exhibitions where she references a play on words that doesn't have a double meaning. It's just like, these words sound nice, and so that's why this play on words exists. It's from the Edo period, so from before the Meiji Restoration in Japan. And it's something like shibai, konnyaku, I don't remember the rest, but it's just like, these are things that women like. It doesn't have a double meaning. there's no like deeper meaning to it at all. It just sounds nice when you say it, I guess. And so I feel like we probably just...
I'm fishing wrong.
What do you do? You gotta wait until it takes the line.
Yeah, no, I tried that, but here, let me try it again. I guess so not just when the lure bobs, but when it actually pulls.
Yeah, he's gonna pull it down.
Okay, oh, there we go.
There you go. Now press A. Nice.
A long
All right.
branch.
A branch.
The rare logfish.
So did you replace it with something like poetic, or?
Yeah, I think we just went with a... I wouldn't even say a similar expression in English, but an expression related to food that was literary in English.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all we can do.
Am I mashing the button here, or should I just...
You can just press A. Hold.
There we go. Oh, all right. Cool. And that's fishing.
Getting kind of sleepy.
It's Friday.
Yeah, my stamina bar is like,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's raining in Sukusa. I don't know who she's talking about. Probably another faceless NPC.
Pardon me, something in my eye. Oh, Pochi.
Chad is upset that Komari keeps asking the chat and then walking away.
Yeah, that happens a fair amount. Some of the simple greetings, so when you press L and they will just give you a little pop-up greeting, sometimes they'll say like, let's stay and chat a while, but then, you don't really.
It's implied that you did.
Yeah.
So this mystery shack here.
Yeah, you don't go in there. That's where Corpse Party is set. It's a little game within the game. Oh, someone asking about the frame rate. Yeah, it's definitely something that they worked on in this game. It's very, very smooth.
Sure, I'll work outdoors in the rain. Woodcutter.
So that's going to warp you to Lulukoko.
All right. Chopping wood in the rain. Oh, yeah.
It's probably not raining Lulukoko.
Do you have enough stamina to chop wood?
Actually, the part-time jobs don't take your stamina.
Oh, they
Nice.
don't. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense if they did, but I'm glad that they don't.
Yeah.
So you don't have to think about it. They just take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Reminded of a Japanese game. In Japan, it was called Baito Hell. In the American version, it was called WTF for Work Time Fun. But there was a mini game where you were, chopping lumber with an axe. But every so often, the old blind lady who was putting the lumber in front of you would put like a small brown animal, like forest animal, on the stump instead. You had to not chop them. And in later levels, she would put down logs that looked like the small forest animals, so you had to look really closely, and you only had a second or two. Another game in that mini game in that game is called "Don't Stab Yourself in the Hand with an Ice Pick." It was a game.
Was the a big beefy barman? Love that screen name. Was the dialogue count significantly bigger in this game, and how long did it take you guys to translate it? The dialogue count was it 1.2 million, 1.3 million for the last Story of Seasons,
Yeah,
and this
about
one it was
1.3.
about 2 million. Yeah, there are just a lot more characters in this game.
Yeah.
And how long did it take us to translate it?
From start to finish, we'll just say about. Offhand, I'd say like 10 months, but it might have been
Yeah, I mean...
Counting all the people who worked on it at various times?
Yeah, a long time is the answer to that question. Guess what, Holly? Almost so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're kind of just like screwing around as we play, but obviously if I were playing the game more seriously and not trying to talk at the same time, I would have a routine, and this would be where what I do at which time every day, kind of thing. Once you unlock the second town, it suddenly becomes very difficult. You have to really think about where you want to go. And the days are pretty long. I think that they're longer than in the last game, or they're certainly longer than they used to be, but there's still a lot to do. I remember back in the Nintendo 64 one, the days were really short, and so you had like a path, like a set path that you had to go on every day to get what you needed. Until you had the greenhouse, of course. Yeah, so you can buy recipes that you can make. Someone asked if you have a calendar to keep track of events. Yes, there's a calendar by your bed, and actually I bought a pocket calendar, which is a very cheap item. You can just buy it at all the general stores. So Ryan can probably show that.
Sure, yeah.
After he's done eating or drinking. So go to your items.
Okay.
And then scroll all the way down until you see Pocket Calendar.
Oh, did I miss it?
Oh, you missed it.
Pocket calendar.
There we go.
Check.
Yeah. So this is something you can kind of just keep with you. So today's Shizu's birthday. I don't remember what she likes. But Shizu's the tailor in Tsukusa, but you can see... as you unlock more towns and more events, your calendar will be more populated. Ah yes, there's my birthday.
Hey, you know what? Wufio's in the Animal Festival, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, too bad it would probably take too long to get through another 5 days to show
Yeah,
people.
sorry about that. We'd be here all night.
Cool.
So you'll notice that the Lulu Coco shops are closed in the middle of the day. They're open from 7 to 10 a.m. and I don't remember the afternoon hours, but that's just the reason is that it's so hot in Lulu Coco that they need to take the noontime off. Being here all night, that's not a bad thing. Well, and I'd probably just be playing this game when I go home anyways. I feel bad for Ryan. He actually has a family.
Hello, monkey. Let's go have adventures together.
You can probably show that to Silica.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, not you. Okay, hang on. There we go.
Okay, so some characters have specific responses to different pets, different animals, and Silica clearly has no response to the monkey. But if you show her an animal that she's interested in, she will give you a special comment about it. And the NPCs don't have any, so the non-illustration NPCs. Bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan has a mission. Show off this beautiful monkey.
Yes.
Someone asks, can you show off the inn in Lulucoco? Scorpius Antares. Yeah, we can show that off.
Okay, which way?
Please put the monkey down.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to put that monkey down, sir.
Which way?
Go north on that path, or go up.
I'll be back, monkey.
The inn is straight in front of you.
Okay.
So, Tototara, who's the town elder of Lulucoco, runs this inn, and you can see some characters kind of hanging out here. And this is an interesting feature. You can actually stay the night here, and it'll give you you'll get breakfast in the morning. So you don't have to stay in your house every night. Oh yeah, this has like a really, really great bit of Tom dialogue. The options that you have, if you want to stay or not. So... yeah, so...
He never likes putting no in anything.
yeah, that's
like yes or no.
It's kind of one of Tom's little stamps on the game.
Yeah. Do we want to tell them about the 99 left?
Oh man, yeah. So the original shop translations. Most of the time in this game, you won't really refer to the shops by their names. You'll just kind of know them as the general store or the grocery store, but they do all have names. And Tom, who is a big pun guy, was trying to figure out a name for the one of the general stores in Syukusa. The Japanese name was basically a play on, like, there's 100 yen stores, which is like a dollar store in Japan, and so it was the 99 gold store essentially in Japanese. And Tom was trying hard to think of a good English pun for that. And he came up with 99 left buy soon.
Yeah, which was an incidental reference to 99 Luft balloons.
Yeah.
Which took us forever to figure out while he was out. And then,
yeah, he was out for a long time with voice recording for another game, for
right.
Akiba's Beat. And when he came back, I finally was able to ask him, Tom, what does this mean? And he said, I was going for like a 99 Luftballons. Okay, well, I'm going to change it. I hope you don't mind. So now it's like a much simpler 99G and up, I think, is the name of the store.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything there costs 99G, but it's the same joke in Japanese, so... Yes.
Hey, that's haiku.
Issa speaks in haiku.
That is really cool. More characters should do that. At least I think so.
Okay, I see a question from Big Beefy Barman again about the color discrepancy between the portrait art, official promotional art, and Sprite. I had another question about this from someone else we got by email, and what I said is that I don't have an answer for that. I don't know why that discrepancy exists, but it's something that I think I'd like to talk to the development team about if we have a chance to get feedback on this game, because that sort of thing is, I'm sure the Japanese players noticed it too, but it is something that is jarring for some players, and there may be a reason for it, there may be a technical reason for it, but it is something that people have brought up, and I do think it's something worth addressing. Oh, nice. Sharaku is there, so you can change your hairstyle. Much better.
Oh, you can really go places here.
Yeah. And you can change your whole appearance a little bit later in the game. There, I see Ulrus. Are those the only hairstyles? Yeah, there you go. Someone else answered. I guess I should just leave this to you guys.
Yeah, so some of the we got some some if helpful chat members that answer some of the simpler questions.
Oh, so cute.
That's nice. Yeah, she's a bit cute.
Yeah, go to West Town. So where
Okay.
you're the way you're going.
Yep. Northwest Town. Good thing there's no East-West Town. That would be confusing.
And go talk actually down to the market where you were. The middle shop? Not
This one here?
I think that one, yeah. This is also like a really classic Tom line. I just noticed it the other day.
One-stop shop for all the shops you normally stops you normally shop.
And then this one as well. Oh, hang on. Okay, well he has a line if he stocks new items where it's really funny. It's really bizarre and funny. Bag beginning, it's Tom. I sort of love it.
$10,000.
Yeah, do it.
All right, I'm beginning my bag.
Bag is big.
Thank you, Tom.
This is the material shop guy. Gives you all the stuff you need to upgrade your house and
Yep.
buy farm implements. But he doesn't stock a lot of the things you need until later in the game. So it's good to go to the mining points once every 3 days. Natasha has a French. Buy a horse. Yeah, we can. Maybe we can't buy a horse. We just spent money on our bag beginning.
You're spending all your hard-earned money.
Okay, well, I can go mining and get some money and maybe
I think
afford a horse that way.
if you just go into my storage box where I've hoarded everything, there should be.
Oh,
Yeah, this is just a little cutscene that shows it shows when the store's open and shows when they close. Good old Hector.
I reckon it ain't the best idea to be wandering around at this hour.
Yes.
Little kitty.
If you street pass,
It's a wolf?
it's a husky.
A husky. Okay.
If you street pass, the someone else's pet, if they show up in your game, they'll show up there where that husky is. You can talk to them and see the profile of. Oh, you didn't. All right, sorry. You have to go and talk to Shizu to pick up your outfit, but she's already closed, so maybe tomorrow. Doggy.
Okay, probably time to wrap things up for the day. I forgot to put the cat out, or put the cow out.
That's okay.
The cow will forgive me.
Maybe. Cows never forgive because they can't remember in the first place. Alright, so you can see with the tomatoes I'm pointing at the screen here. There's 3 on the vine, and so I think you can harvest those right now.
Oh, yes, I can.
Yeah, but it's ideal to wait until they grow in. I think 9 is the max, 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you harvest them, they'll start growing again. But you can harvest them early if you need vegetables quickly. Alright, so go to my storage box, where you'll find a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, anything. There you go. Yeah, you'll be a rich man if you sell all that.
Alright, that's good. And I'm gonna hit the hay.
It's a typhoon day. It's a good thing you didn't put your cows out and then forget to put them back in.
Should I even go outside, or should I just go back to bed?
Oh, you can go in. You can go outside. It's not like the old games. How do you tell there's 9 on the vine? Dreaming Sheena. You can see. Like you can. It's clear when the plant is full.
Really smooth rain effect. That's nice.
Yeah. See if there's a hurricane or a typhoon in the other towns. Yep.
And characters do usually react accordingly if you visit them in harsh weather.
Yep. Zahao both Kaulila and Zahao are like the classic example of story of seasons characters that I wish were bachelors and bachelorettes.
Yeah. She's so cool.
That's Ilika's like sad face, which is pretty rare to see.
Yeah, that was like heart-wrenching.
Good Eddie 2, hello. Can you play as Mario in this game? No, but you can put his clothes on. You can wear his outfit. Makes you run faster. I love the sound of the typhoon, that there's no music. Reminds me of the older games, too.
The way it looked for a second, it almost looked like the dog said that.
Yeah, it did.
This business is closed. Arf, arf, arf.
Okay, yeah, so that's the house of a character who has not arrived yet. Yes, Porora is Tototaro's enormous dog. He's the head honcho of all the pets in the town, basically.
Can you pick up your clothes even though it's typhooning?
No, fortunately. Logera, excuse me, asks, was that a Tibetan Mastiff? Yes. So you can actually, I think, purchase one of those a little bit later in the game.
Oh, a little calico. Ooh, yeah, I should feed the cow
Yeah, don't forget to feed your cow.
and the chicken.
It's blog 3, Liz.
Okay.
Excuse me.
stand out here in a typhoon and read my mail. Right, the cow.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're the only ones who can post links in the chat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so don't bug your dog. Don't take him on a walk.
Shouldn't I bring him into the house, though?
No, because you don't have a pet food machine,
Oh,
so
okay.
he's fine where he is. He's just, you know.
Oh, huh. The typhoon does push you if
Yes.
you're in the air. Okay.
So you can add up to 7, which is all you have. Don't forget to pick him up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, pitchfork, right? Yep.
Yeah, just be careful where you aim it.
Okay. And now the brush. Is there more than one?
You can milk it.
Yeah, yeah. Milker, yes, there we go. It just sounded for a second like there was more than one cow. Like a moo had this echo. Anyway, let's see. 81, okay. There we go.
Nice.
Goes
It's
all
good
set.
for a week.
Don't need to
Alright.
water the plants, obviously, so...
Nope. Yeah, maybe just go to bed and... I don't know. It's be about that time.
Well, they brought back the shipping box for this game, of course. I guess they took out the market from the last
Right,
game.
yeah.
The market.
We can start answering the last questions if you
Yeah,
guys
sure.
have any
4:30 already. All right.
yeah, questions for John and Ryan.
Is there any info on who might be handling a PAL release for this?
No, sorry.
Sorry, we can't. Yeah, no info at this time.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the work time fun bench.
Yeah, there's a joke about that.
The RC has a question about packaging.
Yeah, so the RC asks full color paper manual and reversible jacket sleeve. This is XSEED, man, of course. We love that full color manual. And the reversible jacket is based on the Japanese one, so if you know what I'm talking about, you can check it out. It's pretty cute.
Is weather randomized?
As far as I know, except, it won't be raining on a festival day.
Number of blocks for digital version? Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. Good Eddie too. Yeah, I talked about it. Harvest Moon 64, the old Nintendo 64 one. Yeah, I played that back when I was younger.
Well, how was the 3D?
We can show it.
Yeah, well, sort of.
We can't show it because
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That
It
makes
looks
sense.
like
the
this.
technology is
Yeah.
not. Please no, turn it off. Tuesday is soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Alcohol. Can we pre-order or load the digital version? I don't
No,
think
you,
so.
you cannot pre-order load the digital version. Sorry.
Well, thank you, the RC.
Alright.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was obviously pretty nervous, but thanks a lot, guys.
You did great.
You guys
John.
been fantastic. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for watching, and we hope you enjoy the game. Comes out next Tuesday.
Yeah, don't forget to pre-order if you haven't already.
Yeah, yep. Pre-order and get this cool capybara. Here, hold them up close to
To
the
the-
camera so they can see. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys later.
See you guys.
See you later.